Hello, this is X Gamers. Today I am going to show you a tank build. This build is incredibly strong for general content, Grandmaster Nightfalls, and survivability. It turns the Titan into an unkillable ice monster that can regenerate abilities almost instantly. While it isn't the absolute highest DPS build for raids, compared to Well of Radiance plus Jallarhorn, it offers immense sustained damage and safety. The entire build revolves around the Behemoth subclass, specifically the interaction between sliding and shattering. Super Glacial Quake summons a Stasis Gauntlet. Slamming it freezes targets and creates stasis crystals. Aspect 1, Howl of the Storm. This is your movement and crowd control. Sliding activates a charged melee that launches a wave of stasis, freezing enemies and creating crystals. Crucially, it grants an additional melee charge. Aspect 2, Cryoclasm. Your slide distance is greatly increased. Sliding releases a wave that shatters stasis crystals or frozen targets on contact. The fragments are chosen to create an infinite loop of energy and armor. Whisper of Rime increases the duration and maximum stack count of frost armor. This is your main defense, damage resistance. Whisper of Hunger. Picking up stasis shards grants melee energy. This is how you get infinite slides. Whisper of Conduction. Stasis shards track to your position. This ensures you always pick them up to refund your melee energy. Whisper of Fractures. Shattering a frozen target with a melee attack grants a stack of frost armor. Whisper of Rending. Primary ammo weapons, like your shotgun, do increased damage to stasis crystals and frozen targets. Exotic Armor, Synthoceps. Perk, Biotic Enhancements. Being surrounded buffs your damage and weapon handling. Synergy. This build wants you to be in the middle of the enemy group. Synthoceps massively increases your melee damage, which scales with your melee stat, which is 136 in this build, and makes your shotgun handle better. Power Weapon, Anarchy. Used for the arc traps which chain lightning and deal damage over time. It also triggers the artifact perk Kinetic Impacts. If used as a GL, though Anarchy is a GL, the perk specifies sustained damage. Correction. Anarchy is an arc grenade launcher, so it benefits from the artifact's GL perks. Special Weapon, Permafrost Stasis Grenade Launcher, used to freeze targets from a distance or create crystals to shatter. Kinetic Weapon, Stasis Shotgun, likely conditional finality or similar. Used for close range shattering and damage. The player has selected specific perks to enhance this build. Wind Chill, Rapid Stasis Weapon hits grant frost armor. Spamming your shotgun keeps your armor up. The Thick of It, Rapid Final Blows while surrounded grant armor charge. Synthoceps and armor charge mods love this. Hail the Storm, shattering frozen targets deals increased damage. Boosts your Cryoclasm shatters. Frost Renewal, while you have frost armor, taking critical damage freezes nearby combatants. Free Get Out of Jail Free card. Brain Freeze, frozen combatants slow others. Crowd Control, Kinetic Impacts, sustained damage with a grenade launcher triggers a damaging shockwave. Super Font, Melee Font, Class Font. These mods generate temporary armor charge when picking up orbs of power, boosting your stats. Elemental Charge generates armor charge from elemental pickups. Arc Weapon Surge boosts arc weapon damage for Anarchy while you have armor charge. How to engage. Slide into the enemy group, Howl of the Storm. This freezes them and creates crystals. Shatter. Immediately slide again, Cryoclasm. This shatters the crystals and the frozen enemies. Result. Massive damage, creates stasis shards. Regenerate. The shards fly to you, Conduction. You pick them up and get melee energy back, Hunger, Defend. Shattering with melee gives you frost armor, Fractures. Shooting them gives you frost armor, Wind Chill. Repeat. You now have your melee energy back. Slide again. Infinite Abilities. The loop of slide, shatter, pick up shard, get melee energy, allows you to slide almost forever. Unkillable. You constantly have frost armor, damage resistance, and armor charge, damage resistance. The Frost Renewal perk creates a safety net that freezes enemies if you get hit. High Burst Damage. Synthoceps plus high melee stat plus shatter damage creates huge burst numbers. As seen in the video, shattering for 200k plus damage. This is a top-tier, fun, and effective build for solo players or anyone who wants to feel like a tank. It clears rooms instantly and keeps you alive through almost anything. See you at Tower Guardians!